List comprehension is a method or syntax that can create a new list from an existing one. Suppose we have a list of marks of 10 students in a class. We want to create a new list based on these list of marks where we want to add 10 points as grace marks to all the students. Now what are the different ways by which we can do that? We can use a list comprehension, we can use a for loop, we can manually type the elements within square bracket, and we can use other functions like lambda and map. But the most common and simplest way of doing it is by using a for loop. If for loop can do this, then why do we need a list comprehension? List comprehension is basically for loop made easy. So if you have to compare list comprehension with for loop, then list comprehension requires only one line of code, where for loops takes 4 or 5 lines of code to accomplish the same task. List comprehension is easy to read and write, and list comprehension is computationally much more efficient than a for loop. And list comprehension is easy flowing, just like talking in English. In for loop, we first instantiate the empty list, then we write the for loop that will iterate through all the elements in the collection of elements, that is the iterable, in this case the list of marks of 10 students. Then we code the output expression, that is the required operations that we have to perform to get the final desired output, that is the final desired list. And then we append each of the element one by one to the empty list. We can accomplish these 4 lines of code in a single line of code using list comprehension syntax. The basic format of a list comprehension is, the first part is the square bracket, that signifies that we are actually creating a new list, and this is equivalent to the first line of code in for loop where we are actually creating an empty list first. Within square bracket we write the output expression, that is the required operations or the calculations that is needed to get the desired output list. That is done in this line of code, that is adding 10 points to each of the marks. The third part is the for loop to iterate over the iterables, that is a list or a range of object. Here I call the individual marks as marks. Now you can call it anything, you can call it x, y, anything, but you have to make sure that whatever you call the individual elements of the iterable in this for loop part, you have to use the same name. You have to use the same name in the output expressions where you are doing the calculations on the individual elements. So I can call the individual student's mark as marks or x or abc, anything. And for and in are the keywords in Python. We can also give a conditional logic in a list comprehension like we do in a for loop. The output expression or the calculations will be done if the if clause is true. This is the for loop by which we have created a new list called new marks that has 10 points added to the original list of marks. Now we would do the same thing using list comprehension, and we'll start with giving the square bracket. And after we give the square bracket, I don't go for this expression. I first write the iterables for, say, mark in list of items, that is the iterable. Here our iterable is the list called marks. So for all the marks in the list marks, we want to do a mark plus 10. That means we want to add 10 marks to all the marks. So we have achieved the same result by using a list comprehension. Now we can give this list a new name, say new. And if we run new, we can see the new is a list that has 10 marks added to the existing list of marks. We can also add a if statement to give a conditional logic to the final output. So here I am saying if the marks is less than 80, then only add 10 marks to the new list. We can do the same thing by using a list comprehension, where we give the square bracket first and we say for mark in marks add 10 to the mark. and we would write a if statement. We'll say if mark is less than 80. So by this way we can see that only the elements that has less than 80 in their original list, that is this one, all the elements that has less than 80 in marks, only those are extracted, and only for those number 10 is added. Now one of the real life use of list comprehension in the field of data science that I can recall now is in a given data set, if I have to find the columns that are categoric in nature and the columns that has numeric data type in it, I can do that by using a list comprehension. I have imported a data set. You can see that there are certain columns that have text data in it and there are certain columns that has numeric data in it. Now the purpose of, now my requirement is that I want the name of the columns that are numeric and the name of the columns that has categoric data in it, so that I can perform different type of operations on columns with different data type. For that I'll write a list comprehension starting with a square bracket, and I would write for columns in all the columns in this data set. To find out all the columns in the data set called data, I would use a function called data.columns. So in this for loop, it will run through all the columns, that is all the columns of the data set called data. And in the output cell, I only need the column. So I'll write call. So it goes as square bracket call for all calls in data.columns. Now we'll write the if statement. If, and within if statement we'll write data within bracket call. That means I'm taking each of the column at one time and say dot d types. And if the data type is equals to object, then those will be taken and stored in call. So these are the columns that have object data type. Object data type means they are textual data. So now I'll save it as categoric variables. So if I write cat var, then it would give name of the columns that has textual data in it. They are not numeric in nature. I can use the same line of codes to find the numeric variables. And for that, the only thing that I have to change is that the data type will not be object. So it would be not equals to object. So now if I run numvar, then this will give the list, it will give the list that has the column names that are numeric in nature. Like distance, you can see distance is numeric in nature. Match ID is numeric in nature. So this is one of the uses of list comprehension that we have to perform on a regular basis.